Wow, where do we start? Today we're going to be talking about Terra Luna and there is a lot to cover. First of all, some big investors are breaking their silence and actually talking about Luna, how much they have lost, what their future plans are going to be. A lot of people in the community are starting to think that Kwon has completely rigged the idea of the voting system, as 78% are for the blockchain and the creation of the new Luna. A lot of people, a lot of speculations, there's a lot to cover, but before we get into it, if you're here for the first time, do want to stay up to date with everything to do with Luna, I highly recommend you scroll down, tap the red subscribe button. While you're there, slap a like on the video. It is completely free to do so. Will help the YouTube algorithm push the video out to more people get more noticed on what is happening with Luna. They start putting their trust back into it, they decide to buy into it, start spiking up, and all of us make a lot of profit. So make sure you go down and slap a like on it. Other than that, let's get straight into it. So to begin with today's video, before we look at the 1 hour chart, I want to show you guys something really interesting. So I've been paying attention to Terra Luna on CoinMarketCap and I noticed that the circulating supply was changing a tiny bit. So I decided to do some digging and actually found a chart to give us a perfect result in terms of what is happening with the circulating supply. So since it started minting like crazy and we had some crazy gains, you can see that since the 14th, which is about 6 days ago, once the market actually slowed down for Luna and the price was a little bit more stable, you can see it stopped minting. But one thing that is changing is you guys can see it has not completely stopped and the supply is going up slightly bit every single day. That's why it's hard to notice. But if you actually pay attention to how much it has gone up, in the last 4 days we have had 2 billion new Luna tokens being released into the market. Now when you just notice that it was done in the past 4 days, that's a big amount. Yes, it's been drastically slowed down compared to what was happening and what crazy montage we had to go through. That's probably the best word to use it, but still I just thought that it was completely stopped. But compared to that, you can see it is still going up but quite slower. But at the same time, this could be one of the reasons why the price keeps getting affected so drastically and maybe we're still getting such a strong pullback. I mean, I just thought it was something interesting that a lot of people were missing out on. Also, something crazy that happened on Kwon is he might be getting arrested due to the collapse of Luna. This is still a maybe, it is not 100%. So Luna price and UST suffered a collapse which was about $40 billion being taken away from the holders. A Terra holder filed police complaint against Kwon, revealing thousands of Singapore investors as victims of death. The Korean National Tax Service has imposed $78 million tax on the corporate and income tax on Kwon and Terra Luna Labs. Now, this was obviously done with thinking that some of the money that was lost was obviously gone to the team and also Kwon, but that is a huge chunk, and we're talking about US dollar. We're not just talking about Korean money, or we're not talking about any other currency. We're talking about US dollars, and that's close to $80 million in tax that they will have to pay. And if that payment is not done, obviously they can be arrested, as the money that is asked from them is pretty massive. Now before we move forward with the news, I want to talk to you guys about the chart. So on the RSI line, you can see it's starting to show some reversal, and right now, just in the past 2 hours, we have finally got back into the middle zone, out of the oversold zone. But if we decide to look at the Fibonacci, you can see that we do not have some significant resistance that will be impacting the price anytime soon, but at the same time there will be a resistance that will play a crucial role after we get a 20% up jump. If we look at Bitcoin and Ethereum, just in the past 2 hours we have had a significant pump. Ethereum is getting close to 2k and Bitcoin is getting close to 30k. Now keep in mind, in overall trend, we're still in a slight downtrend for Luna because there's just so many negative news that are coming out towards the team, also what is going to be happening in the near future, and a lot of people in the community are not actually happy with what is going on. A lot of people are starting to say that the whole of the voting system they're doing to try to get people to vote if they want Terra original and have a new blockchain created is rigged. Now this is a big allegation, but it can be proved by a lot of people. Something which I want to show you guys is this: Huobi Global CEO. So Huobi is actually a trading platform, and it's actually huge, one of the largest trading platforms after Binance and Coinbase. TERRA crash not a risk to the broader crypto ecosystem. That was told to the media by the CEO of Huobi. Now, in a long term, demand for cryptocurrencies as a hedge against freight inflation will continue to grow, as well as for application of blockchain technology. Yes, it's going to increase over time, but I personally think this is still going to have a very negative impact on the cryptocurrency, as a lot of people will lose trust if nothing happens with Luna, and if they create a new, completely forking the old one and creating a new blockchain, I think that would be even a worse impact, because there will be no way to track every single transaction and get the airdrop for the new token to every single person. It's just not possible, even if they tried their best. It was also mentioned by the Binance CEO, he does not like the idea. That's his opinion, due to the fact that a lot of people will not receive the airdrop and they will end up losing money, and a lot of people will take their money out of the original one because they think that it is going to eventually die, completely crashing the price even more. Exactly what is happening right now. Now, if you look at this, so Delgy Digital loses his entire Luna investment. I mean, they invested close to 10 million, so this is a big deal. I mean, a lot of companies have lost a lot of money, but after our boy Mike came out and talked about it and how he lost a lot of money, Delphi actually came out and talked about it today as well. The fund of cryptocurrency research firm has lost approximately 10 million after the implosive of Terra Luna, according to the recent blog. Terra accounted for only 13% of the fund's net asset across Delphi at the price peak, but still 13% of the whole asset. That's a big amount gone in a very short period of time. Now, big investors in Luna finally break their silence, and this one is also talking about Delphi. The fact is, we miscalculate the risk of a death spiral event coming to friction. We taken some heat for this over the last week. We deserve it. The criticism is fair and we accept it. I mean, personally, I wouldn't criticize them due to the fact that no one knew something like this could happen. Yes, the market could come down, crashing, maybe drop to $40. No one thought that an attack would come through and completely destroy it, which is very scary in general. And this is what I was talking about. Everyone is actually putting allegation on Kwon that the whole of the rebirth of the Luna network, or trying to do the voting system, is rigged. And a lot of people have looked into it, as according to the data on TERRA Station, of the 48 million or 148 million votes recorded so far, 115 million vote representing 78% are in support of the new chain. I mean, if you look at the overall things that are happening on Twitter, it just seems like a lot more people are against the idea than for the idea. And seeing that 80% are saying that they're for the idea, I'm not gonna lie, but it looks like it's rigged to me as well, just as a bystander. And finally, I want to show you guys this. So after the voting thing came out and everyone's trying to say that it looks like it's too early into it, but still it looks rigged, a lot of people decided to take their money out of the original, and that's one of the reasons why we had a big dip today. I mean, let me know down in the comment section what you guys think, but I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, drop a like on it. If you're new to the channel, do want to stay up to date with everything, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace.